अरे नारे नारे ना जरा सा घूम लूं मैं अरे नारे नारे.
Hello YouTubers, you've seen the title of this video, which is Obama is the Antichrist and reveal him by his mark of the beast 666. Reveal it now and not later. So that's what we have to do, because time is very short. Obama has been in power for a long time. The Bible says that the Antichrist will rule for 3.5 years. And if one looks at his rise to power from the time when he kicked off his election campaign until now, that's been 3.5 years. And when he started his campaign, that was when he rose to power. So the Bible says it's his rule, but I think that the time included in those 3.5 years are included from the time he kicked off his campaign, which is now 3.5 years. So anyways, the signs that Obama is the Antichrist are here, because well, I'll explain that in a complete way in just a second. Now, to introduce who I am, I'm Gare Smith. I live in France. I've lived here for 45 years, and I was born in America. I was 7 years in America. I studied Tibetan culture and language at Paris University for 5 years. I'm a Tibetan Tantric Buddhist, and I also did a meditation retreat for 8 months on a Tantric deity, so I'm familiar with the meditation techniques of Tibetan Buddhism. And after my university years, I did 25 years of study on a deity which is called Kalachakra, which you can see behind me. This deity, Kalachakra, is a very secret deity in Tibetan Buddhism. So secret that Tibetans are forbidden from studying it and communicating about it, writing books about it. This is forbidden for them. Now, the reason for this is that it's like a defense secret, as if in America you were to film and give information about secret military installations and go and sell that to foreign countries, because this deity, Kalachakra, is linked to the past of the Mongol Empire. Mongol Empire, which went from Russia all the way to China. It was the biggest empire in the world, and included lots and lots and lots of countries, maybe 15, 20 countries, big major countries. Included China, included Russia, etc., etc., just to mention the biggest ones. And when it broke down, the main deity, which was the official deity for this Mongol Empire, that deity was suddenly off limits, because if somebody were to involve with this deity, then go back in the history to the time when it was that deity really personified and represented the Mongol Emperor. And the Mongol Emperor, when the empire broke up, everybody decided to no longer recognize. They didn't want they didn't want to talk about that empire anymore, which is a natural thing. For example, if any country gets their independence from another country, like I don't know, Mexico in America, or in Scandinavia, or for example, when France and England were at war in certain areas, went over to France, well then nobody could keep on talking about England at that time, or like in Mexico when California went over to America, well then in California you don't keep on talking with nostalgia about the Mexicans and the Spanish. So this deity is now deity, you can't, they don't want people to practice it anymore. And it's been like that for a long time. It's been like that since the 13th century. It's top secret, and people can get killed if they talk about it. It's just as if you're in California and you said Viva Mexico, you know, like saying California should go back to Mexico. Well, they'll prevent you from talking. I don't know what they do, but you can't go on and say that. So anyways, to get back to Obama and the Antichrist, I discovered that Obama was running for presidency 2 years ago, and I knew that he was Muslim and part Muslim, and I could not accept that because Islam is a religion which I don't like. It preaches murder, it preaches war, and it encourages people to kill non-Islamics. And if somebody wants to get out of Islam, they also say that people are obliged and have the duty to kill them. So with this kind of a mentality, I don't want anybody who's Muslim at all to be the most powerful man in the world, which is the US president, and to be at the head of my country, which is America. I don't want that. And seeing I have the right to vote, and it's my privilege, I started out to try to find whatever I could that was bad about Obama, and I found lots with the birth issue and everything. But none of these things have been able to stop this guy. So now, I'm Tibetan Tantric Buddhist. For me, this is the highest religion, the highest faith in the world. It's higher than Christianity or Islam or Judaism, who preach waging war in their name. They've killed millions of people for their religions. For me, these are evil faiths because of this. And so Buddhism is superior because of that. It's also superior because it has mantra, tantra, yoga, and philosophy, which others don't have. And these enable to get nirvana, which is paradise, in one single lifetime. Now, people can say modern science is good because it's progress and everything, and all these old religions and old faiths are no good. Yeah, no, that's not true. Modern science is poisoning the water and the environment and earth and the air, and it's bringing us global warming. We're going to have 1.5 billion cars in 10 years. So that's heading us to our doom. Modern science is crazy. And so when I discovered that that Obama was Islamic, it was just, I didn't want him to be the president, just no way. I mean, I can accept people have all kinds of faiths, but Islam, no, Islam is not a good faith. It's a terrible faith. This man has the atom bomb, so he can blow us up, he can kill us, and Islam tells him that it's a virtue to kill non-Islamics. I'm not Muslim, so if he blows me up, then Islam will give them their blessing. They'll say that's good. So I don't want that kind of a guy, no way. So anyways, none of the things which were bad about him, like the birth certificate issue and all the issues which he has, all kinds of issues, he's hiding all his past, none of these things can tear this guy down. So one article I came upon, which was that the Illinois lottery had drawn 666 on the next day. That means that his election news came out, was on the 4th, and that didn't get to the press on the 5th because they can't make articles in 4 hours before the midnight deadline. So they made the articles for the 6th. And on the 6th, the news of his election came out, along with the lottery result. So that means that at that time, all the people of Illinois could see clearly that result. So that his election news and the 666 lottery result came out at the same time. So we have to go out and spread that. That's what I want us to do now. We have to go out and spread this news to everyone. I want everybody in the world to hear this. Because when all of Illinois heard that result, that was the meaning of, in the Bible it says that the Antichrist has a fatal head wound. And that's the meaning of that fatal head wound, that all the people of Illinois saw that. So I want that news to get out. And I'm counting on all you people to do it. So you people, do it and keep strong. Bye.